Welcome back, everybody. This is Patrick Morrison with SimTrack Broadcast, and we are none other than in the Marion County Fairgrounds here in Knoxville, Iowa. This half-mile track is actually called the Sprint Car Capital of the World. Every August in Knoxville Nationals, the Paramount Sprint Car Event Series in the U.S. is held at Knoxville Raceway. The event takes place over 2 days and now features nearly $1 million prize purse. The track was originally built in the late 1800s as a horse racing venue, and this has actually progressed from racing stock cars to modifieds to even super modifieds now to its current sprint cars. Taking a look at what we've got lined up here tonight, big blocks. Yes, Isaac Salas, I see you out there in the chat. Big blocks, and we've got a doozy lined up for you guys. Let's get started on our qualifying scene here, who's getting already started up here. I know some of the drivers out there like Bob Evertson, Bud Molyneux, and Matthew Croakey are going to be trying to make some solid times out here. But let's take a look at what we've got out here on the track and really what we've got lined up here for tonight heading into Week 7. Big block modifieds will be running here, a couple of heats, then we'll be at a 30-lap feature. I'll have to send you guys to commercial for a good while, and then we'll end up hitting the 360 division for a 25-lap feature. They'll have one faster pair for each one of these divisions, and this is an open league, so a lot of drivers are going to be able to make that modification and be able to get these cars fixed, squared away. 58 degrees on the track. That moisture there at 43. Very, very, very dry track. So some of these guys not going to have as much tack as they'd like to. Taking a look at Chase Shepard in the 87, moving to Bob Evertson here. Bob Evertson in the 08. Let's see if we can find some of our good times out there and see where everybody's ending up here during this qualifying session here. So far, it looks like Jay Giddings. Good to see him back out on the track. Definitely like seeing the boss man being able to unleash it here at these dirt tracks. See if we can get anything going. Bob Evertson having his first lap down. There we go. I knew that was going to be a speedy one. 1947. That's exactly where he wanted to be starting this one. Top of the chart. Ooh, man, you definitely see a little bit of that lump here as we're getting around these turns. We'll take a little look at it from the inside of his car here. And you see where it's lumped up on the inside line. So the very, very inside is not exactly where you want to be. Definitely a good hook there, but Evertson, great job here taking away that one. Tamara Cunha here. See how we're doing, sitting second. That is already one lap down. See the number 20 car. This is a new driver to me. Look like I'm looking at Austin Madeja. He's out here in the number 20 right now, sitting second. Let's see if we can get the pole. Matthew Fott sits fifth. He's still got another lap to get it done. Madeja, nothing. Trevor Schrader here just took the number 1 spot. Man, you want to talk about switching back and forth with these guys. These are guys that are moving all over the place. Last time we saw this, Butcher ended up winning. There at USA Speedway, Matthew Fott ended up second. And Trevor Schrader here was on the top chart. Luke Rakowski here sitting second in 33. Definitely an interesting track. Some of these guys say they don't really appreciate this track a whole lot just because it's so flat. Not a whole lot of banking to really depend on. Heading into a track like this, it's going to take a ride along here with Luke Rakowski here, who's sitting second. Ah, you're going to stall out on me. Let's see if we can find Robbie Milburn. There we go. Milburn hasn't gotten any times as of yet. Be his first loop right here. 9. A little better. Number 9 car sitting 9th. Let's get going here. You see how he's definitely having to wheel this around. I know drivers out there like Isaac Salas I see out there in the chat. You know these big blocks, they are very, very throttle sensitive. You definitely allow the car to rotate on through. I believe Isaac Salas over in the Coast to Coast Racing League has won the 358 and the big block modified division for the points series. So congratulations out there, Isaac Salas. Glad to see you out here joining me here tonight. One driver not loaded up yet is Ian Humphreys. Not onto the track as of yet. Think about another 45 seconds qualifying will be over as we move to Cunha here, who is trying a new Ross Chastain line. But, the backup car, we're going to go with that one. Yeah, definitely a pretty awesome track here. It's pretty impressive. Now, like I said, that banking, not just having as much there, really makes it very, very, very difficult. I think that's probably why they've got these guardrails built up along the edges. These guys are going to try to send 2 and 3 wide around these turns, and there's just not going to be enough room for these cars before they start dragging up. So appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. Already loaded in, Mr. Timmy and Isaac Salas out there. And that should do it for that round. And that moves us to Heat 1. All right, let's get locked and loaded here. Everything's squared away. Do want to talk about our Heat 1. Heat 1 is brought to you by Nukes Performance. All about your dirt setup needs and questions answered on the stream. From 360s to 410 sprint, building for weekly officials to competitive baselines on late models and mods. All your needs on one page, completely free. Setup building made easy. Build yours today. Let's take a look at our first heat, gridding up here. Chase Shepard to Mark Cunha sitting 1 and 2. Bob Evertson will be 3rd. Trevor Schrader in 4th. Matthew Croakey. Glad to see him out here. Let's see how well he does in the big blocks. He did really well there in the 360s. Followed by Jay Giddings in the number 85. That's going to round out our top 6 for Heat 1 here. Oh, come on, Jay. There we go. Had to get that thing fired up. Out there in the chat, Timmy got a question. Where's my lady friend? Oh, you're talking about Miss Stella. Miss Stella is not joining us here tonight. She joins me for the big show, and she joins me for the Racing Revolution League on Wednesdays. As the next time you will find Miss Stella up here with me. Pace truck lights are off. Hopefully we don't have to send anybody down to the Giddings repair shop on down pit road. Hopefully we don't Giddings mobile repair work area. Hopefully nobody ends up down there tonight here via the heats. Only 8 laps in this one. Let's see what we got. Cunha, Shepard, front row. I want to see that pace truck go on and get off of here. Try to get this one getting underway here. May sound quiet now, but wait till these bad boys open up here. Cunha, Shepard, Schrader, Evertson, Croakey, Giddings. Here we go. Green flag is out. Boy, 87 to Chase Shepard. What an insane jump there. Oh, Cunha. No, Cunha is around. Looked like Evertson may have gotten in the back of Cunha there. That's going to send that 54 machine all the way to the back, but Jay Giddings looked like something happened all the way back to pit. And that's going to do it. Let's take a quick peek at what happened here. Evertson definitely sent that one through. I think Giddings ended up flipping over and ended up on the lid, so that moves us to Chase Shepard, who's able to pull away with the lead by at least half a second. Evertson sitting in second now. Chase Shepard still in the lead, but Evertson now putting down some solid times here. Fastest one on the track with a 19:33. Best time by Shepard is a 20, almost a 20 seconds even. Reeling them in here, faster between 1 and 2, faster between 3 and 4. Right now, Evertson is on the fly here. Boy, yeah, when it comes to the feature, those guys who are wrecked out will be in the back of the field. Hate to see that happen for them, but it's definitely better than being completely out of the race. As if you were on NASCAR, but fortunately here on the dirt, you get a mulligan. Halfway through this heat already. Chase Shepard led every lap so far. Evertson's only moved up 1 position to get each second. Cunha is ended up into 5th. Giddings is out and is sitting 6th. Croakey still sitting back here in this 4th position. Kind of seems like a light year away before he's going to be able to catch up. Right now showing about 4 seconds off lead Lead lap pace. Oh no! Croaky into the wall here. He's crab walking now. 31 is destroyed. Back to the backup car for him. Man, he's going to be mad. I just tuned into him. All right, let's rotate back out front where Schrader is caught up with the pack leaders here with Shepard and Evertson. Good moves here so far. Evertson now taking a peek on the inside with 2 to go. They're already on the trek for this first one here. Now let's take a look. Evertson on the inside. Not quite enough here. Chase Shepard trying to get that turn exit speed as the white flag comes out. Man, this is really getting pretty tight racing here just for the heat 1. Evertson now on the inside. Chase Shepard lost the lead there for a blink of an eye, but got it right back. He's going to try one more time. Does Evertson go for the slider? Underneath he does. Back up top. Shepard crosses it over. Now the turn exit. Evertson got him. Evertson, Shepard, Schrader. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent job, Evertson. After a little bump there with Cunha, I'm sure those two may have a little words after this one. Heading into the rest of the night. We'll see how well these two guys handle. That moves us to heat number 2. Do you want to mention heat number 2 here? Brought to you by Highline Cinematography. Formed in 2022, Dillenberg Highline Cinematography was based off an idea of how we can make sim racing game look as real as possible. Growing up around sprint cars, this has fueled his passion, allowing follow Highline Cinematography on Discord, Facebook, or on Instagram. Let's take a look at our starting lineup here. Matthew Fott, Robbie Milburn in the front row. Boy, that's going to be weird. These two guys lined up side by side, especially how well Matthew Fott did last week. Let's see how he does. Looks like Austin Madeja sitting in 3rd with Luke Rakowski in 4th. Buddy Molyneux will be 5th. And Ian Humphreys, who did not qualify, is sitting 6th. I don't know if Ian Humphreys is going to be out there on the track here tonight. I may only have 5 drivers. I'm not seeing that 53 out there on the track. Should be getting ready to go around here. I think I'm outrunning these guys. Yeah, taking a look out there in the chat. Yeah, I would probably say, Timmy, you know, if guys get in a wreck, if they're at fault, they start at the back of the pack. I don't know in this league. I do not believe they do anything like that here. But I would say, you know, some are going to say that was a racing incident. The way Evertson kind of went up the center, it looked like Cunha may have let off the gas just a little bit early. A little contact and sent them right around. Out there in the chat, the Port Royal set isn't the ticket. All right. All right, well, we'll see how they hold up, man. Definitely, some of these guys, especially open setup, they can kind of switch it around a little bit here and make sure how it feels. As they sit behind the A&J Custom Creations pace truck here. Let's get this underway. Matthew Fott going to be trying to get a little something going here. Ooh, good launch. Take a look back at the pack. Yeah. Gets yanked out here. Fought in front. Deja sitting 2nd. Robbie Milburn drops down to 3rd here. See what they can do here. Luke Rakowski in the 4th. Bud Molyneux sitting 5th. Now with a jump like that, there really doesn't seem to be any battles here as of yet. Number 9 of Robbie Milburn looking on the inside of Madeja here. Not anything going. Matt says he's just here to run laps. Come on, man. Let's take a little look, a little nudge there by Luke Rakowski on the back of Rob Milburn here. Milburn under fire now by Rakowski. Rakowski's on the inside. I'll take a peek here. Right now, I think Milburn wants to drop to the bottom here underneath the 20, but no, nothing doing. Matthew Fott right now is ahead by almost a second and a half here so far, so I don't think anybody's going to reach out and touch him. Number 9 finally gets broken loose of Milburn. Milburn taking that peek, but good job by him not getting in there too deep. Let's take a little look. Right front tire. man, he gets it close. There's that nudge right there on the side. What an awesome view. Holy cow. We're taking a ride along with Robbie Milburn here, side by side. And Madeja gets him. Oh, no. Madeja into the wall. Looks like Bub Molyneux's having some trouble back there as well. We see him skidding out. May have gotten a little too close to the inside line. Rotate back up front. We're over a second and a half now. Matthew Fought's still pulling away. Now these two drivers right now closest here on the track. Milburn and Rakowski. So far, these two have been pretty cordial with each other. Definitely doing pretty good laps out here so far. White flag next time by. Matthew Faught has never looked back after this one. He's just continuing to pour it on. Great job here by Matthew Faught. White flag. Boy, he just drove away with this one here tonight. Just drove away. We'll see if that equates and moves it over into the feature here tonight. Boy, oh boy. Faught, Milburn, Rakowski. Madeja sitting fourth. That was wild. All right, buddy, that's going to move us to our warm-up now. To give everybody kind of a chance to clump back together after all the qualifying and everything else, see how well they do out there later on here in the run. Do want to give a shout out there for Inferno Motorsports. Inferno Motorsports was established in December of 2022 by Chris Schaefer. Man himself. I know he's not out here tonight, but hopefully he's going to be able to be out here next week. Chris Schaefer, Chris Forsyth, and Dennis Noakes to promote a competitive and fun race atmosphere. But they are not only a team, but a community. Inferno Motorsports is willing to help anyone, even if you're not part of the team. So they're always looking for good, clean drivers, no matter how fast, or to be part of the Inferno family. Contact them through infernomotorsports23@gmail.com. You can find that down in my link down there at the bottom. And if you're interested in being part of their family. Let's take a little look here what we've got going on as these guys are going through the warm-up right now. Everybody seems kind of squared away. I believe I've got Jay Giddings here in the booth. Jay, what in the world happened in that first heat there?
Yeah, they just started getting stacked up in front of me, and I had nowhere to go.
It's definitely a wild one. I know these guys are starting to pile up out here on the track. Talk to me a little bit about here for our first-time viewers.
Well, we're going to get ready to do the 3-wide Thunder thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. They're 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3-wide Thunder thank you. All right, sorry about that. Let these guys go ahead and start running some laps.
Yeah, not a problem. Let me tell you what, I assure you, there's some fast guys out there on the track tonight. Croakey's looking strong. Schrader and Faught are looking amazing. And, man, I can't wait to see what some of these guys can do. I think Bob Everetson's going to be kind of that wild card out there, seeing what his speed can be here at Knoxville.
Yeah, Bob's usually pretty quick in the, well, at least the 358s he was pretty quick. He's been competitive in these big blocks. Definitely one that you can't, don't cross him off your list for sure.
As he's upside down and now facing backwards on the wall, and it looks like turn 1 and 2 here. But no, he's going to be heading to the backup car. But yeah, man, he's definitely something to see here. Is Bob Evertson being able to really turn it up here later on in that first heat? Just a little contact there earlier there with Cunha, but Evertson is going to be really putting on a great show here tonight, especially with how well he did last week. But that was in the 360s. I'm interested to see what he can do in the big blocks.
Yeah, he's primarily a sprint car driver. Most of the people in this league are sprint car drivers. Thunder Racing League was when it moved over to iRacing. It started as here on right iRacing with sprint cars, and then just this season, for season 3, we had expanded the non-wing stuff and used fendered cars as well. So.
Alrighty, well, for some of our viewers out there, I know you're down there on the track a good bit there today. When it comes to these 360 sprint cars, the wings, and we're switching between the big blocks, what is the big difference that you notice between these two? Is it engine power? Is it downforce? Is it, trying to turn it around? Or is it just vary by track that we go to?
Realistically, the biggest difference for me anyway is downforce. With that big wing on top of the car, you can keep the hammer down a whole heck of a lot better than you can in these fendered cars and your non-wing sprints.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I worked with another dirt league, and a lot of guys were just saying when you're running the 358s or the big blocks, or even the UMP modified, it's all about momentum. You've got to take momentum in the turn because you will stall out halfway through, so just being able to pull it on through. But this being a big block, there's just so much more power. If you're on that gas a little too early, you end up looping it around and facing the field coming at you.
Yeah, absolutely. Happened to me a couple times in practice there, so.
Alrighty, warm-up has completed here. Jay, we're going to see you out there on the track, right?
Absolutely.
Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and get everybody ready for the grid here. A couple of guys still working on getting out there. There they go, lining up now. Let's go ahead and get ready for our starting grid. Bob Evertson will be on the inside line with Matthew Fought to the outside for our first row. Starting row 2 will be Chase Shepard, Robbie Milburn, 3 and 4. Starting in that third row, Trevor Schrader, Luke Rakoski, and Tamara Cunha will be into the 7th position. Austin Madejas will be sitting in the 8th position. Following up in the 5th row, Matthew Croakey, Bud Molyneux. Interesting to see there. Jay Giddings in the 11th. And Ian Humphreys, we're going to try one more time. Hopefully we see that number 53 get behind the wheel there. We haven't seen them all night, and hopefully we'll see how well they do. 12 drivers here for the Thunder Racing League this Sunday. We're heading to the 360s after this. But first, we've got 30 laps on the books here tonight, but let's go ahead and see how many of these guys can get led here heading into this one. Evertson starting in the front with Matthew Fought. This, to me, is going to be the battle of the race. These two sitting side by side as they wait behind the A&J Custom Creations pace truck. Going to be just a moment before we get heading around. We do want to give a shout out there for Getting Hooked. We'll talk about them here in just a little bit if we end up under caution. If not, we'll mention them at a little bit later time. But that's A-okay. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. Don't forget to sign up. If you guys like Dirt Racing League, this is it. Go ahead and sign up for the Thunder Racing League here on Sunday nights. I know they run multiple other nights of the week, depending on what you like to drive. It'll depend on what day you're going to race. All right. Don't forget you can find us at simtracksbroadcasting.com. We got a bunch of things going on out there. Racing Revolution on Wednesdays just kicked off their new Cup Series, racing the same schedule as guys out there on the real track. Doghouse Racing League, we head to another shutdown track, but let's try to keep it on the dirt here. Evertson, what a wild jump here. Nails the gas, and Robbie Milburn, he took it full advantage of that as well. Shoots right up the gut and takes 3rd position away. He almost had Matthew Fought there for a little bit, but not quite. Fought showing me in an 07, but we got a 20 on the car, so that's okay. Don't get mixed up there in the chart. Let's keep one of these guys here so far. Robbie Milburn still on the bottom side. Let's see where Trevor Schrader is. Quick look there at the one piece there, and it looks like we've got a couple of guys turned around here. See if we can head to that CSR replay here and see what happened. I think Cunha, I hope Cunha didn't get caught up in it again. Whoop! That wall just kind of comes out and gets it. I'm wondering if there's anything going on with that. Let me see if we can kind of take a peek at it from the cockpit area and see if maybe there's something pop out on the wall. Nope, just looked like a little wiggle there. Uh-oh. Worse after that. Oh, yeah, we're definitely crab walking now. So, fortunately, one fast repair. So, the 54 machine will be coming down pit now. So, there's no doubt about that. There was a Bud Mullen who had a problem, too. I would also question that. What happened to Bud Mullen? Oh! This was actually much earlier. Bang, Bud into the wall. My gun stuck there. Yeah. Some of these guys, you see them sliding around these turns, getting that left front tire up. That's a good slide there, but just it's not good when they're crab walking. Definitely not when they're, you know, they got that left front up and the right rear is up at the same time and they're driving sideways. Looks like Cunha is still down pit. Looks like somebody's going to be joining the Giddings mobile repair work area. Pace truck lights are out. They do restarts a little bit different here. Leader in the front will get lane choice and out in front. After that, that means second and third will start side by side. This allows the leader to get a good jump here, I gotta admit. Boy, oh boy, Bob Evertson on that loud pedal quick, and we're back under green. Good thing. I can't stand being under caution here. Let's rotate back a little bit for the 82. He's having some trouble back here. We got two number 20s, Austin Deha here. Number 20 out there behind the 87 of Chase Shepard. Chase Shepard trying to fight back to the front. Right now, Shepard's been losing a lot of positions here. Now down 3 positions, sitting 6th. Not too good here by Shepard. Shepard trying to pour on the coal here a little bit, trying to get some separation off of Deha here. Austin Deha in that 7th position. Everybody else seeming they're kind of single file here, rotating back. Oh, is that Croakey? Yes, it is. On his lid here, no caution. Matthew Croakey is down. Looks like, yep, pit road for him. Giddings mobile repair work area is definitely going to work out here tonight. Cunha has finally made it back out of pit. 54 machine in a lot of trouble. Got to get caught back up. Check Bud Mullen, who ended up in trouble on the first lap. In the 883, trying to see if we can squeeze out front here. So far, so good. But talking about fastest on the track is Luke Rutkowski with a 1973. That 33R out there, you see him really on the move. We're only 7 laps into this. Everton still leads it. Milburn keeping it close. Milburn actually a lot closer. He's now side by side with him now. And Everton's going to lose the lead to Robbie Milburn. Great job by Milburn here. Whoa. Everton's got to be careful of that. Eyeballs are on him. He gave a little bit of that kind of adjustment there to Cunha. Earlier in Heat 1, a little nudge there to Robbie Milburn, I guess, to loosen him up there a little bit. Looks like Everton's going to keep chasing. Luke Rutkowski. I see if we can battle along here with Schrader, but that's going to come to a screeching halt. Ian Humphreys is in trouble. Take a look back at actually Matthew Croakey. I want to take another look at what happened. Ooh, little turn exit. I think it just kind of creeps up on these guys a little bit. All right, let's take a look at Ian Humphreys here, see what happens. The same spot. Yeah, I wonder if that blink in front of him made him change his mind there. Massive damage to that race car. Wow, definitely a bummer. Definitely a bummer on that one. That moves us Ian Humphreys back down to 10th place. He did start dead last. He's at least up 2 positions so far. A couple of drivers can't say there's a hard charger of the race as yet. Jay Giddings has moved up 3, sitting 8th. Bud Molyneux is in 7th. He moved up 3, and Robbie Milburn has moved up 3. Right now, Milburn's got to be pretty happy with his gain here so far, but we haven't even made it a third of the way through this race just yet. Up next, we stay here in Knoxville, but 360 Division wings are coming up. I want to talk about Speedy, that'll be the one. Anxious to see how well these guys race side by side here tonight. Getting a little funky out there, I gotta admit. Alrighty, green flag is back out. Robbie Milburn, away he goes. Matthew Fought still sitting second here. Well, can't still be sitting second because we got to talk about Bob Everton. Everton is now falling back big time here. He's in a 3-wide condition with Schrader. And it looked like Rakowski there. He is really jammed up. He's got to figure out how to squeeze out of there. He's down 3, now 4. Sitting 5th, now 5 into 6th. So the reign of Bob Everton in the lead comes to an end here. Whoa! Bud Molyneux on the inside ledge there. Pushing starting to run out on the favorable line. Some of these guys having to rotate a little farther up that track. Bud Molyneux said absolutely not. Low line for him, but it seems to be working. He's up 4. Now sitting in that 6th position, rotating up front to Robbie Milburn, who's under fire by Matthew Fought. Fought underneath him, and Fought has him. Now in the front, looks like Milburn's going to try to cross him up here underneath. So far, so good, but now Milburn's got him on the inside edge. What does Fought do? Does Fought hang to the outside or cross him up? He hangs, stays to the outside, gets the exit right where the wall is. Everybody's kind of really been biting here. Definitely not a good area for him. Let's take a look back. Robbie Milburn under fire by Matthew Fought here. Interesting enough to see almost to the halfway point. As Matthew Fought gets the lead here, Robbie Milburn sits second and Luke Koski in the third. Want to forget Trevor Schrader now in the 4th, and Everton trying to claw back up. Now at least has the top 5. He's going to want to get more than that. Deha here sitting in 6th, drops it back down to 7th. He looks like he's under a lot of pressure here by the 883 of Bud Molyneux, who was originally rolling on the bottom line. No can do. Number 20 having to tuck back in. Oh man, Cunha sends it in the 54. Has to check up a little bit, got to turn. Deha here, who's trying to battle for 6th place, but gets it. Looks like Bud Molyneux. Molyneux, huge correction here on his lid. That might be it for Bud Molyneux here. He will be most likely heading to the Giddings Mobile Repair work area. Definitely a bummer there. We just saw that happen. Let's take a look at Ian Humphreys here, see if the 53 had any problem out there. That was his deal. Here, let's take another look at Bud Molyneux here. Definitely a nasty turn there. I hate to see that happen. I also want to know if we can see anything, maybe top side here for Bud Molyneux and take another look at it. Oh. Yeah, maybe just overcorrected there a little bit. I think if he had let off the gas, he'd have been all right, but I think he was worried he's going to run into the back of him there. So, Bud Molyneux. Last pit on lap 17. Looks like he survives. He'll be back out there. happened to Matthew Fought here? It's like he's hooked into the wall. I think he finally gets it broken loose there. What just happened? Uh-oh. From the outside looking here, this looks like a problem with the steering wheel. Yeah, throttle and everything's moving, but his hands aren't. Uh-oh. So our race leader, Matthew Fought, might be out of the race here. So Robbie Milburn will take the lead at the halfway mark. We want to give a shout out to our race control out there, Jake Giddings and Mark Spittelmeister. They are watching over this race very closely, trying to keep this thing as clean as possible as Milburn gets out front. Luke Rutkowski moved up 4 positions here so far, sitting in second. I know he'd like to get one more, and that's all he's going to need to get the lead. Out in front, Bob Evertson now on the inside of the number 19 of Schrader. Yeah, Schrader gets a good pull right there, and that's exactly what he needs to get that separation. Austin Madeja sitting in 5th. A good finish for him here tonight. And that number 20 rotating back up. Bob Evertson still sitting 4th. He's only lost 3 positions. Robbie Milburn trying to run away with this one. But he's got 10 laps to keep the rest of these cars behind him. If this thing goes green the whole way, he might be able to have it, but Rutkowski's starting to pick up the pace here. Last lap, he was about another 10th faster, so Rutkowski trying to reel him in. Notice a little bit of a late slide here by Rutkowski, trying to reel him in. He does a great job there. Same thing, another 10th down, so he's right on top of him. Rutkowski, that inside line bump, but it sets him up for turn 3 and 4 here. Rutkowski on the inside now has the lead, but I don't think he'll hold it for long, as Milburn's turn exit will become superior, but it is not. Robbie Milburn falls back. You're going to have to cross him up here a little bit. Rutkowski now in the front. Milburn sitting second. Schrader under fire by Evertson, but he keeps Evertson behind him. Staying here with Rutkowski and Milburn. Milburn now in the second, so the number 9 chasing the 33. Not too far along, only about a half car length to separate these two. Rotating back for Schrader. Schrader, he's going to get a nudge here by Bob Evertson. Apparently he doesn't like his paint job. He wants everybody to enjoy the green on his car too. Schrader now into 3rd, still sitting there, being able to keep that 08 of Bob Evertson behind him. Robbie Milburn underneath Rutkowski again. Rutkowski holding the top line, using as much of that cushion to see if he can plant and go. Got to have the wheels straight in these big blocks to keep them fast. But we've only got about 5 laps to go once we hit the line here, looking pretty solid. Good racing up front here so far. Looks like Robbie Milburn trying to see if he can find a gap. Let's rotate topside here from our Michelin chopper view. Looks like Rutkowski now has the separation, and exactly what I think some of these drivers didn't want was a caution. Not showing 100% what happened here, but seeing Bob Evertson coming back down pit, I'm wondering if something happened to him earlier in the run. Yeah, showing some damage here. Hold on just a moment. Let me see if we can roll it back and figure out what happened here. All right, taking a look at it top side here. Let's take a look at Evertson. Oh! Looks like he tried to shoot a gap that wasn't there. It's mangled to pieces there, so that's what brought out the caution. Evertson will have to work his way back out there. 5 laps left to go in this one. So Everson goes from the lead to almost last place for everybody who's still out there on the track, which is 8th place. Croakey's down 19, Shepard's down 16, Ian Humphreys is down 10, and Matthew Fott, who looks like he ran into some issues out there. Possibly mechanical, now sitting 9th. So Everson is now in 8th. Milburn and Rakoski, boy, I'll tell you what, that was a battle going on there. I'd see that caution come out, because that's exactly what I want to see here in the Thunder Racing League, and you'll see plenty of that now that I'm here with you guys on Sunday nights. Got a lot of dirt racing here. All right. Pace car lights should be off now. Which means we will be back underway here in just a moment. Rakoski and Milburn here 1 and 2. Schrader sitting 3rd. Madeja in 4th. And Cunha 5th. How about Cunha bouncing back here for a 5th spot? Back under green. Rakoski with an insane jump here. Robbie Milburn almost looked like he got caught sleeping. They kind of laid off that pace truck a little bit. But that seems to be legal. I figured they would have had to snug up. I know it's 4 tires off and go, but boy, that really puts Robbie Milburn in a deep hole here, at least half a second off the lead. So Milburn's now going to be under fire by Schrader. Schrader in the 19 trying to keep caught up here because Madeja is starting to really turn up the heat. A couple laps left here to go, 3 to be exact. Taking a look at Milburn, trying to see if he can cut some more time off. Catch back up from Costa, but it's not seeming to make any difference. Notice how that cushion's fading away, top line. No driver down on the bottom as of yet. Taking a look at it from our broadcast booth here. Rotating out, looks like Bob Evertson's nudging Jay Giddings there and Bud Molyneux. There's a little bit of a battle back here. Bob Everson trying to see if he can break at least into the 6th spot. Bud Molyneux will be next on his list, and he looks like he's got him. Rotating back up to Schrader. Schrader trying to see if he can find Milburn. Not enough. Cunha on the outside. Madeja here, but we got 1 lap left to go. Anybody considering the slider here? Bud Molyneux is bottom line for him, seeing if he can get Everson, but Everson turn exit. He's got him back. Nothing quite yet. Luke Rakoski is going to be the winner here as long as he can keep it off the wall. He's got it. There we go. Rakoski, Milburn, Schrader, 1, 2, and 3 here for our big block modified division. Great job by all our drivers out here. It was a wild one. I don't know. It could have gone better. Maybe not as many cautions, but boy, oh boys, they talking about shuffling these up. Luke Rakoski came up 5 positions and won this race. So not too shabby. By the number 33 machine. Robbie Milburn ended up 2nd, Schrader in the 3rd, Madeja in the 4th, and Cunha a 5th place finish. Not too bad. At least Bud Molyneux, after all the trouble he got in, he ended up 4 positions up, sitting 6th. Taking a look at Luke Rakoski getting some victory laps in. I'm sure he'll be looking for victory lane here. Alrighty, we're going to try to see if we can chase all our guys down here, see if we can have a conversation with some of our race winners, and let's see what they've got to say to us. We'll be right back.
How's it going?
Alrighty, guys. Boy, oh boy, what a ride it was here tonight in Knoxville. Trevor Schrader, our third place finisher, moved up 2 positions to get a podium out here. Talk to me about the track a little bit. What did you notice was kind of the key to being fast out here tonight?
I would say just continuous lines, man. You had to continuously make sure you're hitting the same thing every time because the track's so big. If you try something and you lose a lot of speed, you're going to give up your position.
There were a bunch of drivers moving up and down the track. Robbie Milburn moved up a little bit. Luke Rakoski moved up as well. But talk about Bob Evertson. He was up, down, really kind of, you just seemed a lot more consistent out there. I mean, is it just, you're saying just solid lines or just making sure you keep it out of the wall here?
Well, yeah, that too, because when you hammer down, they always want to push up to the wall. So you got to kind of be careful there. I mean, I guess my setup, in particular, I couldn't really put it anywhere. I had to stay right where I was, because I knew Bob was coming up behind me, and I'm not too sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, he was looking good as well.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to tried to squeeze a line that wasn't there. We head to Lincoln Speedway next time around. Now, I've heard some happy about it, some not. What do you think?
I guess I don't mind the track. It's very techy. That's just the best way I can describe that.
Alrighty, well, big block modifieds in the 360s. We'll be lock and loading for that next Sunday. Anything, Jay?
I just want to say congratulations and looking forward to running with you here in the 360s. But congratulations on the podium, and hopefully we get to talk to you a whole lot more. Yeah,
thank you. I'd like to thank a few people if that's possible.
Oh, yeah. Give me shout-outs, man. Always give you shout-outs at the end.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Prestige Cinematography, LCC, Legacy Custom Canopies, KD Hat Company. And I just would appreciate if everyone would go check them out and give them a like, as well as my TSR Racing page on Facebook. Go give me a follow.
Alrighty, Trevor Schrader, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Now, go ahead and get that mud off your mask, man. We got 360s next.
All right, sounds good, man. Take care.
You too. All right, everybody, that does get us to our second place finisher here tonight. Interesting one for him. Led a little bit, but wasn't able to secure it all the way. Robbie Milburn in the number 9 here. Let's get a hold of Robbie. Robbie, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, what a wild race it was here tonight. You as well with Trevor Schrader only moved up 2 positions here tonight, but were a little more consistent. You weren't really kind of, doing a whole lot of chasing, but here at the end you were. Talk to me about Luke Rakoski getting around here and then the chase at the end.
Frankly, and I think Luke would say the same. I'm 100% a late model guy. I didn't run a lap here ever until tonight, and I got in about, my first lap here was in qualifying, so I'm not too upset. And I think at the end is basically when I just started kind of getting an idea of how to run this track at the state it was in. But Luke runs the big blocks all the time and was just flat out faster than me, basically.
All right. I've heard some guys describe this track in one word: garbage. If this is your first time tonight, what'd you think?
I mean, just from running other cars, that they could take this off the game, and I wouldn't be sad at all.
Yeah, there you go. Fill it up with water, man. All right, man. Well, hopefully a track that some think are better. We head to Lincoln Speedway next Sunday. I can't say from experience that I know it's better, but I take what you guys say very to the heart of what exactly is the right way. If you were to weigh those 2 tracks, which one would you rather race at?
Lincoln or Knoxville? I don't even know, man. The only laps I've turned at Knoxville was in a super late model official, and it was kind of one line around the bottom. But officials kind of shorter than the league races, don't really wear as much. So I'm hoping that Lincoln kind of develops 2 grooves like I've seen it have here and there. But the biggest issue is the guy behind you just has to be aware that you have to whoa up a lot for the corners. But I think just because I dislike this track so much and I just can never figure it out, I think I'd rather run Lincoln and just pray that the guy behind me just doesn't run into me in the turn.
Well, I know the big blocks are good for acceleration, but not too much on the brakes here. I know a couple of drivers who ended up in the fence here tonight, I think may have tapped him just a little too hard. But, man, awesome job here tonight. Jay, give it to him.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, Robbie. No, we talked to you quite a bit, especially in those late models. But let's go ahead and hear your sponsors' shout-outs.
Yeah, of course. I'm with Speed Ranch now. So Speed Ranch, of course, check them out. And then personal team, Kamikaze Motorsports. Myself and Matt Fout and Dalton Butcher are on that team. And yeah, also shout out to Matt. You know, I think he would have won the whole darn thing if his steering wheel didn't stop working. So that was the issue there. His steering wheel just lost power and he couldn't figure it out. So I think he would have won the whole darn thing if that didn't happen. Of course, you know, you for putting it on, and Patrick's your name, right? Yeah, Patrick for putting on the broadcast. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, not a problem, man. Like making you guys look good, dude. Just give me some good racing, man. It gets even better. Robbie Milburn, congratulations on your second place finish tonight.
Thanks, man. You have a good one.
You too. All right. Not saying the racing was rough here tonight. And I know, Jay, we had a couple of cautions out there. I think just sometimes those walls just crept up on these guys, and they bit it there a little bit for sure.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed with these these big blocks was you tap that wall and it sucked you in, and it tore the rear end out of the car.
Yeah, I know a couple of drivers, man. They just
every time I got in the wall during practice, it just ripped the rear end right out of it. So
right. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely was definitely a nasty one. But Luke Rakowski goes ahead and gets it here tonight. 5 positions up. Originally starting outside the top 5 for a race win here tonight. Let's go ahead and start with it. Racing skill or luck here?
I'm gonna always go on the side of luck because I'm still, I learned a lot this year. I'm running the big blocks and strictly in officials and with the guys from EPI over there, and so I think. You got it. There is some element of luck, and I feel bad for Matt with his wheel going out. There's a couple restarts there where I was able to. I got through some. Some guys got into each other, managed to squeak through there. So, let's go like maybe like a 50-50 deal there. I mean, I had a once the race got going and the track, started going away a little bit, and you kind of just past experience and running the laps and running all them officials during the season, you kind of get an idea of what's going to work and what you can try or not. So I'll say luck was definitely a factor. I mean, I think it would have been harder to possibly try to attempt to do anything to pull off a win tonight. But it's sometimes the cars just fall your way.
All right. Well, out there racing tonight here at Knoxville, is there any one person out there you're like, man, that was my guy. That was the guy I knew who was going to beat all of us out there. I knew Bob Evertson was looking pretty good. I knew Matthew Fott was looking really good out there tonight. And both of them kind of ended up falling victim to this track here.
I think one guy maybe I don't know. There's such a good bunch of guys that any 1 week it can be their week. They can come up big. Early on in the race, I think I was in 5th, I think at the time, and the top 5 were kind of, as the saying goes, you could throw a blanket over us, and it was just a matter of who maybe was going to blink first. And I don't know if there was one guy. It was just a matter of I knew where I was starting, and I really felt like I had a really good car, and just a matter of maybe making the right decisions on the racetrack and having things go my way. I can't say there's any one guy. It's a lot of talent in the league. There's a lot of talent out there on the track, and any one of them, any 1 week you get a guy come in and he's going to be fast and it's going to be his week.
Okay, so consistency is obviously where you got to be, man, because some guys are hot, some guys are cold. The best thing is just be that lukewarm.
Lukewarm. I see what you did there. That's
yeah,
good.
There we go. There we go. Glad he caught on. Well, congratulations on your win here tonight. I do have a couple more questions. Lincoln Speedway's next. Some guys say yes, some say no. What do you say?
I like the track. It's technical. I'm more of my mindset in approaching a race is more, it's more of a technical side. So, I like when tracks get slick. I like when Lincoln's very technical with how you run and where you can run and how you got to approach it. So I'm looking forward to it. I was, last week, I managed to, I won last week too. So I was just trying to carry momentum into this week. And I was looking at the schedule. Oh, Lincoln's next week. So now see if we can carry some more momentum into that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like Lincoln.
All right, man. Well, hear from veteran and warrior one-stop shop, Jay. What you got for him?
Hey, I just want to say, congratulations on the win. You're consistently up in the top 3, so, definitely looking forward to talking to you again, and congratulations on picking up the W tonight.
Thank you. Remember, Jay, remember when we used to, it was like the rarity that I come and see you in the booth. So,
Yeah.
we're getting better at this coming to talk to Jay thing on a weekly basis.
Well, that's definitely a good thing. So.
Oh man, well, give me your shout outs here before we let you go.
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he's obviously for the work he did for my salvation, and then he's blessed me with the ability to do this. I mean, it's my kids race, we do this, and it's a blessing to be able to do this and unwind and hang out with a good bunch of guys, and it's a lot of fun. I really got to give a big shout out to the guys over at EPI with their I was in the big block developmental thing this season. It really helped me a lot, and everyone that supports the kids in their racing, and my son, who really pushes me, because it's he's 11 and he smokes me every time we race together. So he likes to needle me and keeps me on my toes and pushes me to be better. So that's it.
All right, Luke Koski, appreciate you joining us tonight, and let's see how you do in the 360s.
I no 360s for me.
Don't say that. No, you're supposed to say, yes, I'll be there. I'm excited.
No, I know my limitations, and one of my big time limitations, I might have been able to be like, hey, I'll jump in a late model, but one of my biggest limitations is the tumble buggies. Not for me.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I was hoping you'd go for 2 for 2 for me tonight.
No, I got unfortunately I have some adulting to do, so I'm gonna go take care of that before.
All right. Well, I'll catch you next week.
All right. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate you guys.
Yep, appreciate you.
Have a good one, Luke.
All right, Jay. Well, that's going to do it here for our big block modifieds. We got the 360s coming up, man. These guys, we already saw what had happened tonight. What are we looking at heading into the 360s? Is it going to be a mashup, or are we going to be able to see these guys blazing around here?
The 360s are definitely going to blaze around here. Knoxville is, it's the home of wing sprint car racing. You don't hear too many wing drivers say that they hate Knoxville unless it's a fixed setup track. And that's simply because there's room to move with the hammer down here at Knoxville. You might see a little bit of single file action, but I think you're going to be able to move around a little bit more than you were able to in the big block here.
All righty. Well, so with that being said, Jay, hold on just a moment, and everybody, all our viewers out there, we will be right back after these commercials here for just a little bit, and we'll chase these guys down the 360s. So we'll be right back.
comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun, but when you gotta wake up, when you gotta wake up and fight. I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain that the darkest hour never comes in the night. You can sleep with the gun when you gotta wake up and fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Appreciate you guys hanging out there for a good while there. I know it kind of gets a little weird having to wait as long as you do, but I appreciate each and every one of you who have continued to hang out there with us for this broadcast. Definitely should be a good one here in the Thunder Racing League. We want to give a shout out there to our sponsors. See them at the top of the screen. Inferno Motorsports, Getting Cooked, GMR, with Giddings Mobile Repair Service out there. A&J Custom Creations, CSR Cinematography, and all the other ones we'll be talking about later on here tonight. We remain here in Knoxville. We're taking a little look at Charles Mayo here. It looks like he's heading to the backup car. Michael Farron here doing pretty well out there in the number 22. Right now he's sitting third here in the practice session, but some of these guys starting to kind of figure out what to do around here. You see it's bumping up on the edges a good bit. Track's wearing down. Some of these guys happy about that. They would like it a lot more slick for sure. And we'll see if there are enough cars to actually help continue to hold it down out here tonight. Right now I've got hoping about 16 drivers should be ready for this one, as we'll be entering qualifying here in just a moment. I'm excited to see what all we can do out here tonight with the level of talent that we do have out here. I know Matthew Croakey, Matt Grimm out here looking pretty solid. Dylan Ayler is another one out here I want to keep my eyes on. And I want to actually see if Matthew Fott will be able to continue after the last race where he had no power to his steering wheel. And that should do it. Let's get ready for our qualifier here. Taking a look through the guardrails here at the Knoxville Speedway here in Iowa. Let's take a look. I think Bob Evertson, I think he's finally getting back out there. There he is. Looking pretty good, I know, out there. We'll talk a little bit about Nuke's performance. Actually, a sweet setup shop these guys will have for these 360 division, especially since this is an open setup league. 25 laps for the feature here tonight. Take a look at our weather there so far. Still 64 degrees out there. At least on the track, a little bit of wind. Some of these guys are going to be playing with that upper wing here tonight, seeing how much downforce they actually need. Seeing how flat this track is, they may require more than usual. Don't really have the rest of the track to help them hook around here. Bob Evertson trying to see if he can get a log lap in here. Evertson in a 9th. That's going to do it for Evertson. Matt Grimm. Boy, Speedy Gonzalez here. Top of the chart for him. First one to break that 16 mark, sitting there with a 15.99. A couple other guys seeing if they can squeeze any out. Tamara Cunha out here. Cunha's sitting 7th, a little slower on that second lap. I think just about every driver's made it, waiting for Dylan Ayler. Ayler's getting up to speed now. Still waiting for Ian Humphreys and Matthew Fott. See if they're going to get back out here. Give it another run. Dylan Ayler in the 92. Guys, if you're thinking about joining up here, this season runs all the way to Memorial Day. All the way to at least to 5-7. 5-10 if you're looking for the other days that they run these leagues, and then they'll be doing a Memorial Day shootout. If you guys are looking to join along, head to the Facebook page for the Thunder Racing League, and they should have a little something for you here. That way you can see out there on the schedule how it goes. Dylan Ayler was second fastest during practice, 11th in qualifying. Apparently whatever happened there, he better head back to his crew chief and said, whatever it is, change it back. That was a nasty run there. Humphreys and Fott look like they are not continuing here. I think that's going to do it for qualifying here. I don't think Humphreys or Fott are going to be able to make it out. Last time you guys saw us here for the broadcast, we were at USA Speedway. Croaky ended up coming first. Bob Evertson was second, and Matt Grimm was third. Now, I know I was away for the big show last Sunday, but you guys will see me for the next 3 following up here for this league. Should be some decent runnings out of these guys. About another minute left in qualifying. See if Humphreys or Fought decides to come back out. They may be still running into some trouble out there. So far, so good. Matt Grimm sitting on top of the chart. Hopefully he's able to join up here pretty soon. Could definitely use him hanging out here in the Discord. That way we can have a little chat with him, see what's the key to being fast out here, especially with a 15:99 time. That was insane fast. Jordan Lawrenson sitting in second. And Kersetter sitting third. Out there in the chat, Fairness Fast. Oh, man. Gotta bomb me, don't you? All right, Farron. Well, we're going to see how fast you are. Right now, sitting 6th place in qualifying. Here we go. That should do it. About time. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to get going here. I'm ready to get going. Get ready for Heat 1. Heat 1 brought to you by Nukes Performance. Look at that. At the same time as the ticker. Can you believe that? Excellent job. All right, let's talk a little bit about Nukes Performance out here. I know some of these guys, it'll be for your all dirt setup needs and questions answered on the stream. All the way from 360 to 410 sprint cars, building for weekly officials, to competitive baselines on late models and all mods. All of your needs on one page, completely free. Setup, building made easy, and you can build yours today. Let's take a look at that starting grid here. Tamara Cunha for number 1. Matier into second. Kersetter will be third. Matt Grimm 4th. Jay Giddings will be sitting in that 5th position with Dylan Ayler in that 6th. Starting 6th. Starting actually a lot farther back, but boy, that's what you get for qualifying a little bit slower. Brian Auks will be 7th, and Matthew Fought, I don't believe, is taking the wheel here tonight, so it's a real shame. Hopefully we'll see the 07 continue to fight those issues there and maybe be able to get his opportunity to battle it out here later in the night. Out there in the chat, I can definitely tell I've got Croaky and Farron really getting it going out there. You guys are killing me. All right. Excited to see how well this goes. I see Matt Grimm putting on a great show here. I think that 91 is going to be fast. Kind of watching, keeping an eyeball on him. See how well we get going on here. Farron saying get that energy up, rooting on Dylan Ayler. Ayler sitting 5th. Ayler a little blinked out here. Might be having some connection problems in that 92. Got to be careful. So far, no battles as of yet. Everything kind of calming down. Cunha is now under fire by the number 64, who's on the outside. Can't miss those wheels. But Kersetter gets over around him as well. Cunha falls down. Matt Grimm tries to slide underneath. No can do. Starting to run out of room here. Cunha is falling way back. Now Grimm is in the 3rd. Grimm sliding around the outside here. And has the angle. Got him. Cunha now down to Ayler. Ayler has now got him. So right now, whatever's happened to Cunha may have to go back to the drawing board. Down 4 positions into the 5th. Ayler's moved up too, but fastest on the track is Kersetter with a 16-17. Halfway through this race here so far, under fire already. Kersetter looking toward the inside with the number 19 there, but Matt Grimm stays on the outside, 3 wide. Excellent job here. Matt Grimm is able to clear it. Contact between Kersetter and Ayler. Matt Grimm in the front. Looks like Ayler gets spun out here, and he's in the wall. There goes the wing. All right, now he's running a wingless 360. Out there in the chat, you couldn't be any more right there, Farron, saying there goes Dylan Ayler's internet. Now there goes his wing. So Ayler probably heading to pit now. Yep, and down he is down pit. Let's take a look at that spin out again. Oof. Yeah, just rotated out and looked like he may have gotten a hold of Kersetter there. Ended up spinning him around. That was it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Heat 1 definitely getting heating up here. I look good. Pace car lights are still on. That gives us a chance to talk about our caution sponsor out there, Getting Hooked. Getting Hooked is owned and operated by brothers Captain Edward and Ryan Alford, proudly fourth-generation Alfords, born and raised in Cedar Key with over 25 years of combined fishing experience. Getting Hooked Guide Services provide personal and friendly fishing charter for speckled trout, redfish, and the seasonal catch like triple tail and snook in and around the Cedar Key area in Florida. Appreciate Getting Hooked signing on board here with the Thunder Racing League. We'll get going here in just a second as the pace truck lights are still on. I think a couple of our fellow citizens of Iowa are ready to shoot those lights out here tonight on that truck, so we'll see Ted in the driver's seat probably ducking around a good bit there, not wanting to see that pace truck lights on all night. There they go, turning them off. Definitely exactly what the fans want to see. Both Matts in the front here, Mateer and Grimm. Yeah, right now watch Grimm. Grimm kind of trying to stick right to the back of him here. Stays close. Yeah, back under green. Here we go. Take a look from the outside edge here. Let's take a look and see if they can kind of run him down. Not quite enough up top. Back on that Michelin chopper view here. Matt Grimm trying to chase down Mateer. Here now top side, Grimm on the bottom. Boy, look at that straighten out. Grimm just hooks the track, sends that car straight, and boom. Shoots out there like a rocket. Right now, Mateer is going to be trying to chase down Grimm, but he's only got a couple laps left to do it. Cunha's still lost 3 positions into that 4th spot. Don't believe I have enough drivers for any cutoffs or the consolation race here tonight. As the white flag's already out, Matt Grimm is going to take the win on this one, at least half a second over Mateer. So that's going to leave us Farron and Croakey in the next run. And that is going to be, it's going to be interesting. So Grimm, Mateer, Kersetter, 1, 2, and 3. Cunha ended up 4th. Let's get to our starting grid of heat number 2. Heat number 2 brought to you by Highline Cinematography. Formed in 2022, the Dylan Berg Highline Cinematography was based off an idea on how we could make sim racing, the game, look as real as possible. Growing up and around sprint cars, this has fueled his passion. Follow Highline Cinematography on Discord, Facebook, or on Instagram. Starting grid, heat number 2. Croakey in the front, Farron on the outside of him. Interesting front row shot for these two. I'm excited to see how they duke it out here later on in the race. That brings us to Charles Mayo sitting 3rd. Jordan Lawrenson in the 4th. Madihat sitting into the 5th. And Tomashi, excellent, sitting 6th. Bob Everetson will be in 7th. And I think Ian Humphreys is going to be another driver down and out here for tonight. Down and out. Ian Humphreys is down. Definitely not a fan of running the heats. Croakey and Farron here front line. Front and center for these two. Let's see what we get going on here. Out there, Andrew Grimm is saying in Dale Jr.'s voice, slide job. I know some of them, boy, they get yelling slide job. I guess like some of those announcers for soccer. I only do it when we're getting really down to the finals or in the feature. We'll get ramped up pretty good. These are only the heats, so we gotta stay calm during these. Well, especially us here in the booth and down for the drivers. Pace truck is off. This is on Barney's flag here. He's waving it already. Croaky gets taken off. Ferran not taking any time here. Let's see how Farron does. That's Croaky in the front. Farron sitting second. 1 and 2. Talking about following each other's line here. Charles Mayo sitting second. Or, excuse me, third. Farron's in second. Farron just trying to keep up with Croaky here. I'm sure that'll add a little spice to this night. Right now, fastest on the track is Croaky with a 1780. Not too bad here so far, and we'll kind of keep tabs on their best times here. 16:21. Farron is still chasing. Yeah, kind of a nasty track, and you see the way that it's humping up on the turns here. Let's take a little look off Farron's front side here. What are you doing, producer? Right side, man. I want to see the wall. There we go. Let's see how that mud's humping up around that turn here. As they try to triangulate the turns a little bit. You see how it's humping up along the side of the guardrails here. So right now, Michael Farron running down Croaky here. Croaky now starting to feel the pressure. Farron is right behind him here. Looks like we got a little going on back here. Deha here in 6th. Ended up in some trouble. Looked like he ended up on the inside of the backstretch. Hammered into the wall, but he'll be able to continue on. Everton's moved up too. Not too bad by our drivers here. Keeping it close is Farron. 2 more times around. Farron trying to wait it out here, and you see how this wall's humping up on him a little bit. Makes it interesting for this turn. Farron on the outside. Croaky slides underneath. But does Farron straighten it out? Oh, Farron on side by side. Here we go, white flag. Croaky into the wall a little bit. Triangulates the turn. Croaky underneath. Let's see what we got here. Now, splits it. What does the slider do? Slide job up top. Here we come. Farron to the line. Woo! Oh my gosh. These two. Whoa. Croaky just beats him. Just beat him. Alrighty, and we're going to get underway here in just a moment for our warm-up. Waiting for our guys to get back out here onto the track. We'll have Jay Giddings with us here in just a moment. See Matthew Mateer. Oh, there you are, man. Hey, talk to me about this night. These 360s are definitely a lot faster than those big blocks.
Oh, yeah, definitely a lot faster. Like I said, this is a very much a wing sprint car track, so.
This is very excited to see how well this one wraps up here. This has definitely been a wild one. Not too many guys getting banged up. The only one I saw who ended up in some massive damage was Dylan Ayler in the 92.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not. We'll see the same thing here in the feature. It's really hard to say for sure, but hopefully, yeah, we keep it pretty well green like the heats seem to be.
Alrighty, I think these guys are just about all stacked up. I think Matthew Fott and Ian Humphreys are still down and out here.
All right. Yeah, that kind of sucks seeing that, you know, him having the steering wheel issues there in the big blocks, and hate to see that he wasn't able to bounce back and come back here for these 360s, but we will definitely make the call coming out of turn number 4 this time. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. They're 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunder. Thank you.
Alrighty, it looks like our warm-up is going ahead and finishing up here. That moves us to our feature race here tonight. Should be 25 laps here on the book, if I am not mistaken. We should be ready to rock and roll. Some of these guys getting back onto the track. Should be a wild one. I'm watching out for Graham, Croakey, Farron. These guys are going to be, man, these guys have been bolts of lightning out here tonight, Knoxville Raceway. Interested to see how well they can do starting on this one. Of course, as I talk about them, let's go ahead and talk about them lining up. Grimm and Croakey front line. Mateer will be sitting third, and Michael Farron will be in that fourth position. Corey Kersetter will be fifth with Charles Mayo sixth. Cunha, Lawrenson, row 4. Row 5 will be Giddings and Evertson, and that brings us to row 6 with Brian Ox and Medea here sitting in the final row, rotating on back. Let's get back to Dylan Ayler. Tomashi will be 14th, and I believe Foughton Humphreys may or may not be out of this race here. Definitely a wild one to get started on the front of this this pack here, but we'll give it here just a moment. We'll kind of run through our national anthem here real quick. All right, appreciate you guys hanging out for that. We are back live. Here we go. Matt Grimm in the front, and he's getting pulled away in a hurry. Definitely not waiting any time at all to get pulled away from the rest of this run here. It's interesting to see. I think Tomashi has already spun around here. Looks like we are not under caution as of yet, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble here heading into the rest of this field. I'll stay in front here. Whoa, man. Getting a little mixed up here. Definitely mashing their way around here, but that's a-okay. We'll try to stay on top of it. Grimm in the lead. Tomashi is going to be working his way down the pike here in the pit. Grimm in front. Farron sitting second. He's up 2 already, looking for the lead. Not quite enough room here so far, but Farron's waiting his time. Number 64, Mateer, is on the bottom. Interesting to see Croakey a little not in the black and red like we saw him last time, but now he's sitting third in the number 2. 2 following the 22 here, and see if Matt Grimm can hold off this lead. He's unable to make the breakaway right now, already rotating back 1, 2, 3, and 4. Staying pretty close here, but it's already 2 seconds already back to the 5th place. But Farron makes a slide underneath. I don't call it just yet because Grimm's going to try to slice it up here, but we're under caution. We had a couple tangle ups here. Want to see what happened to David Tomashi here. What got him sideways to immediately start the race. Now what? All right. That was kind of a silly one there. And then let's see what brought out the actual caution here. This should be Cunha here. Oof. Continues there, it gets tangled up with the 08 of Bob Evertson. Because Cunha was the other way around. That's going to bring out our first caution here for tonight. Getting hooked is getting a little bit of work out here tonight. So I'll allow these guys to restack it up here. Showing where they are. This should go ahead and let some of these other drivers work their way around. That will mean Matt Grimm gets into the front. Farron and Croaky will be side by side. Definitely know we had our eyeballs out there. Talking to some of these drivers, they said this is the track to be at. Others are saying this is the terrible track to be at. So we'll see who has the stronger driving line on this. I would question really, you know, when you got some fast drivers in the back like Dylan Ayler, he's got to battle his way back to the front here. I mean, he is in 9th, but he's got a ways to go. I mean, fortunately, seeing that 2-second gap kind of got wiped clean here by the caution, they'll be able to retry, but we are 5 laps shorter than we were in the big blocks. So not a lot of time. 4 off and then a go. Restart based on Grimm. Grimm takes off. Here we go. Croaky and Farron are going to be the ones to chase him down here. Wow. Croaky sends it in there. Almost looked like he never let off the gas. Definitely staying on board with him. Let's take a ride along. How he rides the edge of that wall like that, I just don't know. That's a crazy run here. Excellent moves here. We'll take a little look back, kind of show you. Look, oh, little nudge right there. So close. So we're keeping an eye here on the 0-2 of Croaky. Croaky's now got the lead. Slider, there it is. Nope, unable to hold it as Matt Grimm makes the crossover. Not enough speed there, but now let's see if we can get it going. Grimm into the wall, just a hair. Now the 0-2 of Croaky's going to have to reset and see if he can run down the 91 of Matt Grimm. Kind of a mouthful up front here. Matt, Matthew, and Michael, 1, 2, and 3. Followed by Matthew Matier. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a look. Croaky underneath, tries the slider again. Out in front of Grimm, doesn't have it. Grimm crosses over, good move. Yeah, Croaky's going to have to figure out what he can do here to figure out how to battle around this 91. Matt Grimm holding out. Grimm and Croaky 1 and 2. Oh, Croaky's in the wall. Not good. Dylan Ayler's moved up to 6th now. Looks like he's looking at the 21 of Charles Mayo, trying to see if he can pick up 8 positions here in this race. He's only up 7 now. That also brings up another driver that we have out there, Adeha. And that number 20, he's up 5. Like a little trouble here with Croaky, and now Farron's gotten 2nd. Farron's in the wall. Oh no! No! 2 of these guys from M9 here make contact. Not good there. Got to be careful. Good Lord, we're running out of time here on the track, moving around. 22 of Michael Farron now off a 2nd half of Matt Grimm. I think they're going to be kind of hoping caution comes out here. Croaky in the wall, tries to triangulate the turn a little bit. Got nothing. Matier sitting 4th. Ayler up now up to 5th. After a dismal heat run, Ayler is kind of wishing he had had a good run. Been able to get his way back into the front. He's kind of fallen off here a good bit. Now 8 positions up. Sitting 5th. That moves us to the battle for 6th. Looks like it's finally calmed down, which now has moved back to the 7th spot. Mayo and Lawrenson. Lawrenson trying to get something going on here. Cunha's moved down 5 positions into 12th. Hersetter's moved down 4 into 9th. Caution. Boy, I don't know about some of you guys, but some of those other drivers out there are really happy that one happened. Looks like Giddings and Evertson may be around. Take a look at our CSR cinematography replay here. That's the 85 of Jay Giddings there, and I think that's Cunha right here. Clink. And you can't blame Cunha at all of that. Already sold into the turn. Yeah, you see off the gas. We're just trying to stop. There's nothing you can do. Breaks that collar all apart. Hopefully Cunha will be able to get back out there. Guys do have one fast repair, so we'll give it another shot. Everton might be out. See if Everton can survive. Grimm will be in the front. Farron and Croakey will be 2 and 3. Would question during this race here, just taking a look at it. Now that they'll be able to caught back up to the leader. But between 5 and 7 laps to go. Can they pick it up a little bit? We'll see. Sitting behind the A&J pace truck again. Definitely expect next week at Lincoln Speedway for that truck to have some flat tires on it. You guys will be joining with me next Sunday. We'll be broadcasting the same time. I would recommend during our commercial break that you guys go ahead and get something to eat, something to drink. Since there's a good separation between the two sessions. Let these guys kind of practice up a little bit. I'll bring us live, that way you can see the racing, but I will not be available until we're ready to go about 5 minutes before qualifying at Lincoln Speedway. Obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe. Some guys say out there, show me a little love, but let's go ahead and get going here. Matt Grimm showing no love to this track. He's tearing it up. Here we go. Grimm in the front. Farron sitting second. Mateer with an awesome slider here at the bottom. Was sitting second. Falls back down to fourth. Trying to use this inside line. Trying to see if Mateer can get anything going here. Croakey 1 second back. Farron's at least moved up 2 positions here so far. Grimm started in the front, remains in the front. Farron now is trying to run him down. Farron, ooh man, the bumps on that turn. This may be exactly what Farron wants. Definitely trying to see if he can hold the slider. He has him. He has him at the moment. Oh no! I think Croakey just lost the wing. Croakey just lost the wing and is continuing to drive it. No adjustment for him. He's going to be down on downforce. Croakey down to 6, and he's going to continue his way on back because he's got absolutely nothing left of that car. 3 laps left to go, as I don't think he'll be able to fix it and get back out here. Still in the chase. Farron trying to hold him close here. I definitely expect to see a last turn slider here out of the number 22. Oh, Grimm! Grimm makes a mistake! Grimm makes a crucial mistake here. Farron, now into the lead, is now got to start putting the distance on. 4/10 in front, almost about half a second now. Continuing on, let's take a look back at Grimm. Grimm now going to be in the chase. 2 laps to go. Matt Grimm, who's been coasting up front most of this race, has now lost it with 1 little hiccup. But they're going to run into some lap traffic here. Michael Farron trying to hang out in front. Matt Grimm made a mistake. We're running into lap traffic. Here it comes. Oh, Grimm with the slider. Not enough. Farron holds it off. Stay out of the wall. He's got the win. Wow. Michael Farron, 4th place start, wins the race. Matt Grimm, who led 90% of the race until the final 3, gets the win. Matt Grimm sits second. Dylan Ayler, 10 positions. Great job by our hard charger here. 10 positions up. Started 13th, now in 3rd. After that hammer off there, Croakey, who was up front most of this night, lost the wing, ended up 11th. Wow. Awesome race here by the Thunder Racing League. I'm glad to see everybody joining up here and hanging out. Guys, don't go away. We're going to try to run down all of our guys here and have a little chat with them, especially Farron. I guarantee you, he's going to say, I was waiting on Grimm to make that slip up. And that's exactly what happened there. Holy cow, that was close. Holy cow, that was close. All right, I got our feature up here. That way you guys can find your favorite driver, figure out where they ended up. Fought and Humphreys were down. We saw Everson get in some trouble. Cunha and Tormashi as well. 11 drivers remained on the lead lap here. We'll see if we can wait on Dylan Ayler, trying to see if we can find him. We'll be right back, and hang on there, guys. Sit tight. All right, welcome back, everybody. And we've chased down our hard charger of the night. Dylan Ayler here sitting third place. Kind of a dismal heat here. I think it would have been a lot better. Do you think you may have had a chance for a win here tonight if that heat hadn't gone wrong?
Yeah, probably. It definitely was a big setback. This field is not easy to drive through, and it wasn't anybody else's fault. It was mine. I made a mistake. I thought Corey was going to stay a little lower than that. I thought I had a better run, and I just jumped his right rear tire. So put myself in a huge bind early. So, I had to buckle down and miss some of them early wrecks that was happening back in the field and try to charge the front. And I just ran out of laps. I was catching those guys, but 25 laps coming from the back, it's hard to make all the things happen. So. All in all, happy with third.
Yeah, man. Just taking a look at it, I believe the A&J Custom Creations pace truck was only out there a couple times here tonight. Definitely was interesting to see from this angle. You being able to fight through that field. A couple guys making contact. You were able to slice on through. Definitely seemed to have this track hooked up. What was the key to being? What was the adjustment that made your car so fast here tonight?
It's. We're with me and Mike both, and Matt are all with M9, and Trevor just gives us a good piece of equipment to work with every week. And I didn't really do much. I took a little fuel out of it for the 25 laps and just put a little top wing in it because I figured, it's slicking up a little bit. But car was good on the cushion, and I have no complaints. Like I said, I just ran out of laps. I was pushing really, really hard there at the end, and then we got the one caution, and it kind of bunched everybody back up, made it a little easier. But yeah, like I said, I just ran out of laps.
That's all right, man. Fantastic job here tonight. Third place finish. I'm glad to see how well you do out here. Lincoln Speedway will be next week, man. I'm excited to see what you got there. Give me your shout-outs here.
First and foremost, like I said, Trevor and his crew over at M9 Setup Shops. If you need setups, absolutely go over there and get your best setup shop on the sim. A2 Performance Horses, A&W Refrigeration, Baldwin Racing Engines. And I wanted to say thank you to Jay and his crew for keeping Thunder going. And I appreciate you coming on board for the broadcast. Don't want to see this thing go to the wayside, man. I like all the guys that run here, and it's a good league.
That's all right, man. We'll get it on the right track here, especially with being able to show everybody what you guys can do out here. Jay, what you got?
Yeah, hey, I just want to say congratulations, Dylan. I'm definitely having fun now that I can get back into a car. So we'll have some discussion, see what TRL holds for the future. I know that the wing sprint cars are definitely going to at least stick around. So
Yeah, that's what it's all about, having fun here. We don't do this to get paid. So if you're enjoying it, we're all enjoying it.
all right.
Congratulations, Dylan. I'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, that moves us to our second place finisher. And Jay, just looking down there at our guys, I'm running out of mats here. I got a Grim, I got a Mate here, I got a Croaky and a Farron. These guys. All right, well, let's go ahead and poke the sore subject here of the second place finisher, Matt Grimm. Almost all race here, but just a little hiccup right at the end.
Yeah, it was unfortunate when that caution came out. I had bicycled just like that the lap before that caution came out. So when we went green again, I was a little hesitant to get back up there. But as soon as he got back around me, it was like I got to do it. And man, that I think I would have been able to slide him if it wasn't for that lap card not getting out of the way.
Yeah, that was a wild shootout here toward the end. I know you were under a lot of pressure all night by Farron and Croaky, man. Definitely, were you fairly confident you kind of had them dead to rights, and you were going to pull away with this one?
No, whenever you race against some guys, they're too fast to just know that you'll beat them. Every time I show up here, I just hope to pull out another podium. I got the win last week, so can't complain about a second this week.
Oh, man. I missed that one. I wish I'd tuned in for that. I know you were, when I was here last time, third place is where you ended up for USA. So, obviously, you were destined for podium positions here, hopefully continuing on the way up. Man, what is in store for Matt Grimm? I mean, we got Lincoln Speedway coming up. What are we missing here? We got another win for you coming here pretty soon?
I don't know about Lincoln, but I'd have to look at the schedule. I'm sure we can. We're running up front, so I'm sure we can get at least one more throughout this season. But there's a lot of tough competition in here, so you gotta just take what you can.
All right, Jay, give him the famous words, man. I like when you finish them.
Hey, absolutely. Congratulations. Second place. Awesome job. We talk to you every single week. This time, hey, you started towards the front, didn't have to work for it as hard. So congratulations.
Yeah, that was nice. Of course, I qualify on the pole, and then the invert gets me, and I had to work for it in the heat, but it still worked out and got to start up front. And I thought for sure we were going to ride away with the dare into the sunset, but just wasn't in the cards tonight.
No, congratulations, second. Still nothing to shake a stick at. Pretty sure you're up in the top of the leaderboard as well. So
yeah, I think I looked last week and I was sitting second in points now. So we can keep it up. We're going to be looking pretty good throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm showing you sitting third right now, 2 points out of the lead.
Hey, you can't complain about that.
Croak has the lead at 5:10. You're sitting at 5:08 in third. So
that's after this race or before?
That is after this race.
What? Dang.
Definitely a tight battle.
Dang. All right, Grim. Have you already given me your shout outs yet? I don't think so.
No, I'll give everyone a shout out over at YOB. You guys for doing this broadcast and all the sponsors that help out the team: Catalyst Computers, CNC Racing Design, Speed Factory Sets, LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray Rock Tools Australia.
All right. You man. All right, Matt Grimm, I will see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All righty. That moves us to our race winner here tonight. Michael Farron, week in and week out, this guy is super fast. I'm glad to see him finally get the win here. This was something. Michael Farron, I talked to you earlier in the race during the kind of the practicing, everything else. This track kind of came around. Did it slick off enough for you?
Yeah, it was actually perfect. I had to capitalize on some mistakes and stuff that Matt Grimm created, and it paid off.
Well, definitely patience. Patience did pay off. We were watching there. Matt Grimm got into the wall, and it almost seemed like what you guys were looking for. Croaky was in front of you most of the race, and the sliders would work, and then they wouldn't. You just kind of hung back a little bit. Was that the plan from the beginning?
Yeah, so I tried to be patient. Tried to put the pressure on whoever's in front of me. Most of the time it pays off. Sometimes people, you know, are super focused and you can't shake them. So like that's my goal each race, even in officials. I try to push the pace, try to get them to break, whether they hit the wall or run a line that's not as fast, and then I try to capitalize on it.
Man, that definitely worked out here, dude. I got to admit, that the way you kind of waited out was really something. Hate to see Croaky kind of donate his wing to the track here tonight, but you come away with the win. It was awesome. We head to Lincoln Speedway next. Some guys are saying fill it with water. What do you say?
I absolutely love that track. 410s, 360s, doesn't matter. I think I have the world record in 410s there. So yeah, I look forward to that track. It's definitely it's a tough track. Both turn 2 and turn 4 seem like they almost feel like they go downhill. It's strange, but yeah, I look forward to it. I love that track. So
Wow. World record in that, huh? Holy
Yes.
cow. Wow, no kidding. I was going to say, it's hard finding somebody who can drive with one thing, but being fast is another. Being both is amazing, man. Congratulations, especially on your win here tonight. Jay, you talk to him here because this was a heck of a win.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations on the win. I'm sitting back there far enough. I'm not sure exactly what went down, but I seen Croak coming back towards me. I know he's up there with you guys. He was the second driver I seen trying to get ready for tomorrow night's non-wing stuff. But yeah, hey, congratulations and sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting here?
yeah, I want to thank Gehring Motorsports, M9 Performance, Allegheny Mountain Knives. No, I'm forgetting some. Dem Bones Brewing, and all the boys over at M9, and the guys that run M9 that run this league, Croak and Dylan. They're both really informative. They give me information I need. We're both, you know, we're in our chat and stuff, constantly talking. Like, what do we need to adjust? What feels better? What lines and stuff? They're awesome, man. I couldn't do it without them.
All right.
I'll say, man, definitely an awesome job. I'm still blown away with you being able to I'm not saying you're not capable of the win, but just that the patience of waiting it out was really really awesome. Farron, congratulations on tonight, and I will catch you next week.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you for the broadcast. Thank you, Jay, for the league. Hey, I'm happy to be here.
All right, man. Happy to see you. All right, that moves us on, Jay. What a wild night it was here tonight. I do want to give a little shout out for all of our sponsors here tonight. Inferno Motorsports, veteran and warrior one-stop shop, of course, getting hooked. Don't forget Gettings Mobile Repair, work area, A&J Pace, truck out there. We saw that a bunch tonight. And the CSR Cinematography. That was definitely a excellent sponsor. Am I missing any here, Jay?
Let's see here. Inferno Motorsports, I know, does the, I believe, sponsors the feature events for the sprint cars, and I think that's about it.
Alrighty. I was going to say, we got them all. All right, yeah, signing off here. Jay, any final thoughts?
No, just looking forward to next week because I don't race Mondays. I got school, so.
Oh, man. Alrighty, everybody. From Simtrax Broadcasting, Jay Gettings joining me here in the booth. We appreciate you guys signing on here tonight. It was a great race from all of you guys watching and from the guys down there on the track. Don't forget, if you guys are looking for the Thunder Racing League, you can find them on Facebook. And don't forget, we'll be live here next Sunday, same time, different place at Lincoln Speedway, but you'll be able to find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. But signing off, be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll see all you guys next time.